Very good morning, children. So today we are going to see a topic from air pollution, that is the effects of the air pollution. So how air pollution is affecting us, right? What are the pollutants that we have already seen, and how these pollutants are affecting the life on the earth, and that is what we are going to see now. Okay, children. So we'll get into the topic called as effects of air pollution. And now we will see what are the effects of the air pollution. So from the time we know, right, from the time we are listening to the word called as pollution, we are talking about the air pollution, right? So, and this air pollution is increasing in such a way that we are studying about air pollution now. We are studying about the different kinds of effects which we are going to study now. So why all the what are the different effects which are caused because of the air pollution? We are going to see one by one now. Especially when you talk about the human beings and all, like these are really bringing lot of sickness in human beings, lot of severe illness in the human beings. Especially when you talk about the air pollution, it is giving us sore throat, and there is shortness of breath, and asthma and bronchitis, whatnot. Several diseases are caused because of the air pollution. Our health of the human beings are affected in a great way. That's only because of the air pollution. And also the lung cancer is also caused, and the extreme levels of air pollution is also causing the hypertension, that is high BP in the human beings. And also it is causing the cardiovascular problems. Cardio in the sense our heart, vascular in the sense kidney. So kidney problems and heart problems are caused because of the air pollution. So these are the different problems which are caused in the human beings because of the air pollution, right? In 2007 itself, WHO has given a statement saying that around 2.4 million people die each year. That is only because of the air pollution. Only air pollution is killing around 2.4 million people in the world. So that's really a very big picture, right? So apart from that, you can also see the negative impacts on health. So we are suffering from a lot of health issues because of the air pollution. Now, do you think only human beings are suffering? No, not at all. Not only human beings, but also the animals are suffering, right? The plants are suffering, the living organisms, all the living organisms are suffering because of the air pollution. So how they are suffering? For example, if you take the animals, this air pollution is not only causing a great effect in the human beings, but also to the animals, right? Apart from animals, okay, they are also right, damaging the plants which are aquatic plants, and also the plants which are on the land, that is the terrestrial plants and all. So the forests, the vegetation, so whatnot, each and everything is affected on the earth because of this air pollution. The ecosystem is completely getting disturbed because of the air pollution. The study is the various effects of, you can say, the various harmful effects because of the air pollution. Now first one is the particulate matter. So you can see there dust, smoke, okay, all these are spoiling your clothes, right? Your clothes become completely dirty when you go out and come back. When if you wear a white shirt, you know it very well, right? So because the smoke, because the dust and all, your clothes will become completely dirty. Okay, and also not only that, even this air pollution is affecting the very huge buildings. And even we have seen the example of the Taj Mahal. So how the color of the Taj Mahal is changing. Now not only changing the color of the buildings, not only affecting our human lives and all, even the plants also are being affected because of the air pollution. Now for example, if you take dust, if you take the smoke and all, like they will get deposited on the leaves. They'll deposit on the leaves. Now because of this, the stomata, the small pore-like structures which usually take the carbon dioxide inside, they are completely closed. So when the stomata are completely closed, these plants cannot take the air inside, and the photosynthesis process will get affected. When the photosynthesis process is getting affected, the plant life is also getting affected, and ultimately the plant is dying. So because of the air pollution, lot of vegetation is seen which is getting spoiled or damaged, right? Many plants are dying because of the deposition of the pollutants on the leaves, and they will not be able to respire, they will not be able to take the carbon dioxide and carry out the photosynthesis process. This is how so many plants are getting affected. And also we have seen that 2.4 million people are dying because of the air pollution. It's not a small thing. So apart from this, right, so the bronchitis is also one of the deadly dangerous disease, right, which is caused in the human beings because of the air pollution. Okay, children. So, and also they are causing the asthma in the human beings. Asthma and bronchitis, all the respiratory based problems are caused because of the air pollutant, that they are really harmful effects when you compare it with the other organisms which are living on the earth. So now there is one more particle which is in the air, that is the lead oxide. It is called as the lead oxide, and this lead oxide is an exhaust which comes out from the automobiles. Automobiles give out this lead oxide which is going out, and that is causing the brain problems. Like some people are suffering with the anemia also. Anemia is loss of blood. So this is one of the effect of the lead oxide, and also it is causing some brain issues and all. So brain damage is happening, and that happening is also leading to the death of a person. So this is how lead oxide is definitely causing the death to the people. So there is another disease which is called as the Minmata disease, and even this disease also causing death in the human beings and all. Okay, even the animals are also getting infected because of this, and especially when you come to the Minmata disease, our nervous system will get infected. Nervous system in the sense our brain, spinal cord, and the nerves, all these are getting infected because of the disease which is called as the Minmata. Okay, children. So now the next one is the sulfur dioxide. So this hydrogen sulfide is the one which is making the silver ornaments to become black in color. And not only that, okay, even the lead paints are also spoiled because of this hydrogen sulfide. And then this one, it will smell like the rotten egg. So you have seen the egg which is completely spoiled, and like if you see the smell of that, okay, so that will give a rotten egg smell. And when people inhale this kind of gases, it is causing a very good headache. So a headache is caused because of the inhalation of the hydrogen sulfide. So when you inhale the hydrogen sulfide in a very, very large quantity, that may infect your health, and you may get the severe headache also. Okay, and now we'll come to the carbon monoxide. Next one is the carbon monoxide, and this carbon monoxide is also a very, very deadly and a poisonous gas, right? This is usually released when you use the vehicles, and also the vehicles exhaust, when the petrol burns and all, this carbon monoxide is released, and this carbon monoxide can choke a person to death. This can definitely kill a person. It is a poisonous gas. So there is hemoglobin in our body. in our blood especially. So our blood is red in color, right? And the red in color is because of the hemoglobin. And this hemoglobin usually carries the oxygen to various parts of the body. If at all the oxygen has to be carried to the various parts of the body, who will help in that? Hemoglobin will help in that. So hemoglobin usually helps in carrying the various oxygen to the different parts of the body. But whereas now here this carbon monoxide will combine with the hemoglobin. So hemoglobin usually carries the oxygen, but now this that is carbon monoxide combines with the hemoglobin and becomes carboxy hemoglobin, and then goes into each and every tissue of us, and that will cause the respiratory problems. Not only causing the respiratory problems, it will cause suffocation, that is shortness of breath, you cannot breathe properly, and that also will result in the death of the person. That is how people also die. So these are the different effects which are caused because of the carbon monoxide. So air pollution, right? Air pollution is also causing the ozone depletion. That is already we have learned in the first sessions of this unit. Already we have discussed that the earth and the ozone layer, right? The sun rays are directly falling on the earth, and especially when you come to the ultraviolet rays, which are very, very harmful to our human life, and also they are they are stopped by the ozone layer. This ozone layer is not allowing them to fall on the earth, because if they fall on the earth, that will cause a great damage to the plant life, the great damage to the animal life. People may get cancer, people may get skin problems and all whatnot. They are very, very powerful rays. So now what happens here is this ozone layer is actually stopping us from getting the ultraviolet rays onto the ground level. But whereas now the various gases which are called as the chlorofluorocarbons, these are, what they are doing? They are actually sending the sent to the atmosphere, especially because of the ACs and also refrigerators. Okay, chlorofluorocarbons are released, that is CFCs. These are released and they go, and what they do? They are making the holes in the ozone layer, and because of that the sun rays are directly falling on the earth. That is what is the very, very great effect which is happening because of the releasing of the chlorofluorocarbons. And this problem, okay, now how it is affecting now? Because you see here, let me explain you this one, right? There is carbon dioxide on the earth. There is carbon dioxide on the earth, and this carbon dioxide is in a percentage, that is 0.033 percentage. So it's very, very less. It's very, very less. So now this percentage is increasing because of the addition of carbon in the air. So if this is added in the air, the carbon dioxide is increasing. So now the gaseous balance is completely affected. Okay, and now when the carbon dioxide increases in the air, now that is also increasing the heat in the air, and because of this heat what's happening here is the globe is becoming warm, and this is what we call it as the global warming. So the globe is getting warmed up and the heat is increasing day by day, and because of this heat, there is a chance of the melting of the glaciers in the oceans, Antarctica regions and Arctic regions. Okay, so they will increase the sea level, and that sea level right now which is increased will come into the countries and all, like so many places can be completely submerged in the water. It is also said that if this global warming increases like this, whatever the snow which is there in the Himalayas, it also will melt, and it will one or two states will not be seen in the India map if they completely melt down. So that is how a lot of problems are caused because of the air pollution. So now we have to discuss now how we can reduce this air pollution? What are the ways you can adapt to reduce the air pollution? The fact is that if the chimneys are very very small and all, no, now the air which is here, where which is very much new to the dwellings of the people, it will be here itself, and the people will be like, no, they will be taking this air. But if the chimneys are long, and if they are like, no, if they are into the sky level and all, if they are made very tall, then the gases will be left into the upper side of the atmosphere, so that might not affect the human people, right? No, human population in homes and all, no, like we are burning the gases and all, we are using the petrol, we are using diesel, we are using the gas and also, which are also causing the air pollution. So we should be able to control them. So for each and everything, like, you do not use your bike, right? So that is how you can save the petrol and also air pollution. You can also, like, what you can do is you can install chimneys in the houses, also in the industries and whatnot. So if you directly release the air outside into the atmosphere, that might infect the people, animals, and also the plants. So that you have used a very big chimney, so that the gases and all will be added in the upper side of the air, so that will not infect the people who are living here. Basically, what we can do is we can use the CNGs, right? That is, instead of using the compressed natural gas, that is, instead of using the petrol and diesel, you can use the compressed natural gas, which is non-pollutant, which will not pollute the air in the way where petrol and diesel does. What we have to do is we have to go ahead with the cheapest source of the energy, which will not pollute the atmosphere, that is the solar energy. All the other energies are definitely, what they are doing is they are polluting the air or polluting the water and whatever it may be. So the energy which comes from the sun is a cheap source, and also it doesn't pollute anything. So we have to make use of the solar energy instead of using the gases or the fuels or whatever it is which is polluting the air. So by this we come to the end of this particular topic, and we'll see the rest tomorrow. Until then, see you all. Have a great day.